hope you're having an amazing Sunday. Unfortunately, we have to start this daily financial news with a topic that I hope we never have to talk about again, and that is the unfortunate reality. Yet, yes, we have another war that has started. I don't know if you've seen this in the news, but I woke up yesterday to some unfortunate headlines that there is a second war brewing, this time in the Middle East. And it sucks. It's peace is obviously what we all, I would think, hope for. This is not good. We, as outsiders, obviously, I hope, feel for what is going on there, the loss of life, the struggle, the damage that will be, lifetime pain will be felt from this. And it sucks. I don't know how else to say it. But as outsiders, as a global economy, something we have to think about is what will be the implications. Well, I think there's three that we're going to see on Monday when the market opens. What will happen to oil? Obviously, that is a region that services a lot of the oil production. The area specifically in conflict, not really oil producing, but the geography, the totality, this thing could blow up in a tinderbox, could be a problem. I think it was 1973, the Yom Kippur War. I believe if you go back and look at the oil charts, oil went up about 20% as that went on. Second thing we have to think about is interest rates. Whether we like it or not, there is a fear trade. And when there is fear in the world, generally speaking, people rush to the US dollar, the US Treasury. Will that happen again? How will you know? Rates will fall. Rates will fall on Monday. Then third, the US dollar. Will the US dollar gain strength? Again, with the fear trade. My hope is by the time you watch this, is this war, this escalation, this conflict is over. I hope a miracle happens. Everybody goes home. No more death, no more destruction. That's probably wishful thinking, but one could put it out there. I don't know how to transition off of a horrible topic like war, so we'll just give it a second and we will move on. Melody Wright. Melody Wright has been on the channel. Yes, I am trying to schedule her again. She is very, very busy. But she was just on, I think it's called Saks Realty. If I got it wrong, I apologize. I think it's Saks Realty, for a discussion about housing. And I want to talk about her points because I think we could watch them. And one of her points is, while 90-day delinquencies are going down, and according to Black Knight, they're down 4 basis points, she is highlighting something that we should pay attention to, and that is 30-day delinquencies. 30 days, not 90, not seriously delinquent, but 30 days. According to Black Knight, 30-day delinquencies have been growing the last 3 months. That's great data. That's stuff you and I can watch. So again, what I think Melody is highlighting, and I hope to have her back on the channel so we can dig into this, is we are at the early point of a pain cycle on debt. It's still below trend. Let's not get it twisted. It's still below 2019 levels. But I would call 3 months a trend. It's not a single data point. It's not a blip. So I think you and I could watch 30-day delinquencies, not 90. That said, 30-day delinquencies, 3 months in a row, is 90 days. That's how math works. But 90-day delinquencies are down. So not sure what's going on, but it is, again, data you and I can watch. And Black Knight reports this data, I think, monthly. So it's something you and I can watch. And then second, during the discussion between Saks Realty and Melody Wright, she highlighted near the end what 2 states she thinks are in for the most pain. It was a very interesting discussion. She was originally going into the discussion thinking it would be Texas, but after she was on the ground in Florida, she now believes that Florida is the epicenter or going to feel the most pain. I know nothing about Florida real estate other than it has seen a disproportionate migration. It has some horrible insurance issues, certainly on the coast. But I would love to hear from you. What is going on in Florida? Apparently, there are some communities, apparently an hour outside Tampa, that are ghost towns. But basically, it's inventory that's off the market, right? It's hidden. And so I want to hear from you. If you're in Florida and you can see these communities, take a snapshot, take a photo, show me what's going on. My outside person's view is Florida has had the migration and they're trying to build cheaper homes in areas outside the city. That would make sense. That would be logical to me. But hey, maybe they're building communities in nowhere like China, right? They build, there's no one coming. Maybe that is what is going on. So again, let me know if you're in Florida. Then second, Melody Wright actually thought Texas real estate would be the next pain point, which is interesting because Texas did not feel the pain in 2008, 9, and 10. They didn't have the mortgage nonsense that a lot of the country had. So to highlight Texas as a potential second worst market is interesting and frankly is a bold call. Now, if you follow this channel, you know I evaluated Texas, 15 years ago, 14 years ago. I didn't like how the taxes reset every year. I felt taxes resetting every year would squish cash flow. Apparently that's playing out, and obviously higher insurance and things. So again, I thought that was a really interesting conversation for Melody. So if you're in Florida, let me know what's going on. Texas, let me know what's going on. And again, Melody's right. The 30-day delinquencies is trending the wrong direction. You and I should be watching for that. I thank Melody for pointing that out. We will again try to get her on this channel. If you guys interact with Melody Wright on Twitter, send her a note. See if she's ready to come back. I'll send her a message this morning as well. How about Jeremy Grantham and Tom Lee? Jeremy Grantham on one side, Tom Lee on the other. What is Jeremy Grantham saying? The S&P 500 is set up to crash 50%. A recession is coming. Jeremy Grantham, often called Bubble Boy. Actually, I think I call him that. But he is famous for calling the Great Recession. But he's called a bubble every time since. There we go. We'll see where it goes. He actually did go on to say, if there is a bear, it's going to be either a bear market or horrible returns for a long time. I think that's an interesting thing because, again, we have a lot of folks wanting that washout, that crash, that all of this, whether it's stocks or real estate. How many times have you seen people come at me for saying that real estate will be flat? They don't understand that all this there's another way back to affordability, a long, slow grind. So I agree with Jeremy Grantham. One option is quote unquote a lost decade, a lost 5 years or 8 years. What does that mean? A sideways market, very low returns. Well, we would be remiss if we didn't say the other side. Mr. Going to the Moon, Tom Lee. Tom Lee has been a lot more right lately than most, so let's give him his props thus far. Tom Lee would be shocked if stocks are not higher by year end and bond yields will come down. Basically what Tom Lee is saying is we've whipped inflation. We get an inflation print next Wednesday. It will be important. Oil is rolled over. It's gone from the high 90s to the mid 80s. Right? So again, lots of stuff going on. So again, Tom Lee on one side, Jeremy Grantham on the other. Excuse me. How about Bill Gross? Bill Gross is out. If you don't know who Bill Gross is, he was the original bond king. He is talking about higher rates to curb home building. Folks, I agree. Actually, Lance Lambert and I from Fortune had this conversation probably 9 months ago. The Uneducated Economist put it out about 3 weeks ago. I am hearing from more and more small builders that are just like, nope, I'm out. I'm not going to build at 8% rates. Forget it. And again, building takes time, right? 5, 6 months. Longer if it's a community. So if we're seeing more and more builders pull back, what does that mean for inventory in 6 months? I think it's pretty obvious, and I think Bill Gross is right. You can get a better value in not riskless assets like treasuries at 5%. So I think Bill Gross is right. We are curbing home builders at 8% mortgage rates. Mohamed El-Alarian, I think he's a wonderful economist. He takes very complex topics and puts them in plain English, which I truly appreciate. He says the odds of a U.S. recession are, I'm sorry, let me say that again. The odds the U.S. avoids a recession, avoids being the key word, avoids a recession are dwindling. The New York Fed actually put out a report that said the chances of a recession by Q3 of 24, 56%. 56%. Folks, I think the economy is showing some significant cracks. You've heard about my Q1 start to a recession. We shall see. How about, we'll do UAW first, then we'll do Bank of America next. UAW, important thing happened on Friday. The UAW strike, I think it was the last 2 weeks, might have been 3, has increased the strike, meaning put more and more of its workforce on strike, basically taking down more and more production. This Friday, the one that just passed, they did not increase the strike, which is a sign, at least in my opinion, they are getting closer to a resolution. They've made some meaningful progress. By no means is this done. By no means do I think the heavy lifting is still ahead of us. But at this time, we got to take the good news where it exists. How about Bank of America? Bank of America put out a wonderful article that was also picked up, I believe, by Business Insider, saying that we are not experiencing the housing collapse of 2007, 8, 9, 10, the Great Recession. Instead, folks, drum roll please, we are experiencing the housing recession of the 1980s. Folks, who brought you that fact a year ago? I'm glad that the Business Insider and Bank of America agree with us. I think the numbers are obvious at this point. We are experiencing something very similar to the 80s, where rates went up, transactions fell, prices were flat. It is where we are at. I do think transactions go lower. I do think we see 3.8, which will break below the current low of 4.02 million. So pretty interesting stuff. And then the last thing, Flip Hacking Live. I don't know if you guys heard last week, but I will be speaking at Flip Hacking Live in San Diego. It starts this Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I will be speaking there. Also, you will get to hear from Bruce Norris, Bill Allen, and many, many others. Why do I bring this up? Bill Allen gave me the right to give my audience, because he's been on my channel so much, a $99 virtual ticket. It's a 3-day event for $99 plus Bill Allen gives you lots of free goodies. I'll put the link below. You can check it out. But hear me now. I have spent hundreds of dollars to go see Bruce Norris. Bruce Norris is the gentleman I reference in my book, One Rental at a Time, that saved Olivia and I. $99 to hear from Bruce Norris is a bargain. For $99, not only you get Bruce Norris, you also will get a presentation from myself, as well as Bill Allen, somebody I put on the Mount Rushmore of real estate investors, not to mention dozens of more. You can watch it from your computer. You will also have access after the event. They're telling me that you'll have access to the content for about a week after, so if you can't watch it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you will be able to watch it after. So again, $99. I appreciate Bill giving us the opportunity for folks to attend virtual. So if you want to do that, I'll put a link below in a minute. But we will close with some deals. We want to congratulate some people. First, Jerry, congratulations on your next deal. Your card will be going out in the mail. And a golden ticket. A golden ticket is for your first deal. The black cards are for your next deal. Golden ticket goes out to Sean. Sean, congratulations on getting your first deal. Your card will be going out in the mail. Folks, have an amazing day. So remember, if you're a part of my boot camp, in just a few minutes, we'll be going into our boot camp and we will be looking at your spreadsheets and understanding how you are doing, tracking your buy box and all of that. Have an amazing day. Pray for peace, hope for peace. You know, anything we could do to send it out there. War is no bueno, not good. Thanks. Bye.